trade in effectively. Hello, 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 hello. Chào con vợ. Tìm tôi à? Nó là hơi bị tỉnh táo luôn anh em ạ. Phím hôm trước anh thay full switch ruby là phím gì vậy á? Hôm trước anh thay là con neo 65 em ơi. Vừa tắm xong đơ cái gì mà đơ. Em vừa thay con Cyrox V6 thay Super Light 2 chơi Valorant được Ascendant em ạ. Là được Arc hay là được Ascend nha. Có thể là người anh em thay chuột ông anh em lên danh không? Con Cyrox V6 ấy ngon mà, rẻ vãi. So với cả cái những gì mà nó đem lại thì rẻ vãi à. Mà còn nhẹ hơn Sulai ấy. À em được lên rank Ascendant luôn á hả? Chúc mừng em nha. Như là kiểu thật ra đôi khi nó cũng là hiệu ứng tâm lý anh em ạ. Đáng nhẽ là thật ra anh em chơi con chuột cũ thì anh em lên được thôi, nhưng mà tâm lý chuột mới làm anh em tự tin hơn đấy. Nhưng mà một phần này cũng có thể là do kiểu anh em thay đổi cách cầm chuột nên là đôi khi anh em cảm thấy thoải mái hơn thì sao, đúng không? Anh ngủ ngon không á? Anh em có muốn xem cái phần mềm OBS không? Hai mươi 24 tiếng 32 phút anh em ạ. Tôi chưa tắt OBS. Anh em ơi cho tôi cho tôi bật cái chế độ clean cái màn cái anh em ơi. Cái màn nó 8 tiếng nó không nghỉ rồi. Nó nóng lắm rồi đấy. Thường thì mình sẽ phải ngồi vệ sinh cái màn một tí anh em ạ. Mình sẽ dùng chai này. Mình có một cái khăn microfiber ở đây. Mình sẽ làm gì? Mình sẽ xịt lên cái khăn đấy và mình sẽ lau màn. Cái này thì là một điều gần như là mình làm khoảng 3 ngày một lần. Sẽ là vệ sinh cho cái màn ấy. Stream em Tumi chắc phải 70-80 triệu một tháng á. Trả ra đồng nào anh ạ? Kênh chat donate ra được gọi là đồng nào thì em làm GA hoặc là em update thiết bị để phục vụ anh em đến đấy. Còn nói thật là mình đã xác định mình làm phát triển cộng đồng và phát triển cái thương hiệu cá nhân của mình thì mình không mong chờ gọi là sinh lời tự động anh ạ. Nếu mà muốn sinh lời tự động thì chỉ có gửi tiền vào Techcombank thôi. An toàn linh hoạt sinh lời tự động anh ra ạ. Hoặc là gửi tiết kiệm Vietcombank. Chứ còn livestream trên YouTube mà đòi 70-80 triệu một tháng thì không có. Anh em nào làm YouTube anh em biết view vùng các thứ nó đéo ra tiền. Chắc là gọi là từ YouTube thì tôi nghĩ là đủ để trả cho editor short anh em ạ. Còn bảo là editor video dài thì có khi còn trả đủ. Tôi vừa rồi đăng có mấy cái video ấy, hết mẹ 1,5 triệu. Cảm giác đợt này nhiều view đều hơn thì nói chung là mọi người xem, mọi người tự nhiên hình thành cái thói quen là mọi người quay lại thôi. Thì đấy là được mọi người ủng hộ thì là cái gọi là cái phúc của mình thôi. Thì anh em ủng hộ mình thì mình vui thôi. Chứ biết làm nào. Bảo là anh em xem giải đấu anh em có một cái chỗ anh em ngồi nói chuyện trò tâm sự thì đấy.
Break out the red panties. We're rich baby.
Asian đã ném 36.000 đồng.
Cảm ơn Asian P ạ. Cảm ơn Asian P nhiều nhá. Cảm ơn chồng P nhiều ạ.
Tumi 1-2 chai nước trong buổi mega live này nhá.
BBQ này thua là nhót luôn chưa anh ạ? Thua thì vẫn còn một mạng nữa. Thua mai bắn tiếp. Trường hợp thua liên tục thì sẽ là bắn 3 ngày liên tục anh ạ. Ngủ rồi anh Giai ơi. Em Tumi phải ngủ chứ. Đây rồi, màn tôi vệ sinh xong rồi anh em ạ.
Break out the red panties. We're rich baby.
Phong Chicago đã ném 36.000 đồng cho em Tumi. Em mới nghịch ngu làm hỏng con ATK6 rookie Ấn Độ có con phím he tầm 500k đổ lại dùng chống cháu không CK.
Cảm ơn Phong Chicago 36.000, anh rất chia buồn với em vì cái trường hợp này nhá. 500k khả năng làm con mắt 60 em ạ. Ngu là có thể ngu đến mức nào hả Phong Chicago? Ý là mình có thể ngu đến mức nào ấy? Ôi Nama chocolate rồi anh em ơi. Nama chocolate rồi. Ôi tội mình bán mẹ hết rồi. Trời ơi. À anh em đéo xem được cái đấy nhỉ, quên. Nãy bên Pacific vừa có quả Nama chocolate anh em ạ. Đây.
You can see it's every match has been really exciting, and by the time we get into none.
Oh,
You
what?
get none. Wait, just wait. Stay. Guests first, and we have a rose for the team as well this Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for joining us. You can put that over there. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck on the match.
Thank you.
All
Thank you so much.
right.
They're going all 5 maps. We had overtimes. We had everything you could ask.
Gọi thằng béo đi hả anh? Đây để em gọi thử thằng béo nó đâu rồi. Lấy cốc nước anh em ạ. Nhạc vãi luôn là đi ăn hai di lao, hai thằng được dựa một lần tốn tầm bao tiền á? Mình chưa ăn ở hai di lao bao giờ, mình chia sẻ thật với anh em. Em Tumi chưa đi ăn ở hai di lao bao giờ anh em ạ. Hai được dựa tôi nghĩ là ra manh hoa cho kinh tế anh em ạ. Về cơ bản thì có thể là chất lượng đồ ăn và phục vụ nó ở thấp hơn một chút, nhưng mà bù lại thì ăn buffet nó đỡ phải tính toán hơn. Tụi mình xin tí review con Pulsar X2HS đi á. Mình đã được cầm đâu anh em ơi. Tôi còn đang đợi bao giờ Thâu có chuột mới để tôi còn mượn con Meow của Thâu đây. Tôi đang muốn test chuột fingertip anh em ạ. Ê, có anh em nào sống ở khu vực Lê Thanh Nghị Hà Nội có cho tôi biết được là hôm nay TNC Store có đi làm không hả anh em? Mình xa nhau có lẽ cũng do ông trời đã cho ta
được gặp nhau, nhưng không cho ta bên nhau. Rồi ngày mai ở bên anh, không phải em nhưng sẽ có
người thay thế,
em yêu anh.
dù vẫn biết
Chỉ trong phút giây, nhưng em sẽ nhớ những nụ hôn đó ta trao, những lời nói ngọt ngào, vòng tay ôm siết em chặt vào nhau. Em chỉ muốn ôm anh, ôm chặt mãi không buồn. Em chỉ ước anh mãi
nhạc ở đây anh Giai ơi.
nhưng sự thật không thể đổi. Anh giờ đã có
Nhạc vãi bìu.
anh, ngày mai không phải là em. Anh đã nói những lời em cảm thấy xa.
Anh L clip BBL rồi à? Anh em ơi. Này, từ em cho mình xin phép xuống nhạc tí anh em ơi. Anh em ơi. Này. Lo cái gì, người ta lên clip BBL, nhìn người ta lên title này. Nhìn người ta lên title này anh em ơi. Anh em nhìn người ta lên title này. Đây. Kẻ thách thức NS Dambi, Duelist số 1 EMEA. Kẻ thách thức Dambi nhưng mà lại là người chơi ở vị trí gì hả anh em? Đâu nhỉ? Đây để tôi bật màn lên cho anh em xem. Ở đây, bật rồi. Đây. Kẻ thách thức Dambi. Đấy. Nhưng mà lại xem một video nó bắn dẹt. Nó bắn rank chứ nó có bắn như bắn giải đâu đúng không? Mà anh em biết thằng Level Rock lúc nó bắn giải nó bắn cái gì rồi? Không phải sợ anh em ạ. Chúng ta hơn người khác ở cái gì? Chúng ta có insight anh em ạ. Chúng ta có một thứ đó chính là insight. Chúng ta có tầm nhìn về cái trận đấu này. Theo dõi trận đấu đấy bằng cả tính mạng của mình. Đúng chưa? Mình sợ gì? Chỉ khổ thằng em. Anh em hiểu không? Chỉ khổ thằng em thôi. Khổ thằng em lớp vượt rốc thôi. Là chưa gì đã bị ám rồi, anh em hiểu không? Mình đang gọi là chờ đợi ở thằng em. Mà đã thế nhá, phép so sánh là còn cực kỳ khập khiễng. Vai trò của thằng Dambi ở trong team đấy thì thật ra là phải so sánh với cả ai? La Rock, Valorant. Đúng chưa? Đấy. Là phải thằng này. Đúng chưa? Phải là thằng này đúng không?
Rock'u tahmin etmezlerse abi bakmıyorlar. Disiplini gösteriyor.
Đây mới là cái thằng phải so sánh với cả thằng Dambi. Nó bắn cùng vị trí. Đúng chưa?
Birden yakaladı. Şimdi Cydrex'le 1v1. Bir kez daha. Bu sefer haritanın tam tersi. Üçe bak.
Sarsı yemedi.
Geldi. Oy!
Đấy. Muốn so sánh thì phải so sánh thằng này.
10 saniye var. Hala gelemediler. Birebir bir değişim. Şimdi burada. Skiller onlardan çıkıyorlar. Belan geldi.
Nó đéo hiểu sao ở đây mà.
Yarım. Flash yarım çıkıyor. Yürüyemedi. Sırası yok.
Ui, xếp hàng anh em ạ. Đấy, nói chung là như thế. Mình so sánh thì mình phải so sánh đúng người đúng không anh em? Còn xem clip nhưng mà lại là thằng em bắn con neon thì anh em bắn con này thì có khi nào M8 với BBL nước đi cao tay của tứ hoàng L để hạ thấp uy tín của Tumi không à? Nói chung là những người xem tôi thì họ sẽ không cần phải thắc mắc anh em ạ. Chúng ta đã có gọi là một cái trải nghiệm rất là tốt với cả trận đấu M8 BBL rồi. Ít nhất thì chúng ta cũng đã được trải nghiệm một cái trận đấu Valorant nó mãn nhãn. Chúng ta đủ vui. Quả vừa rồi so sánh khác đéo thì so sánh gọi là bắt con cá phải lau cây đâu anh em. Mà lại còn là bắn danh. Bắn danh thì thằng nào bắn chả kinh. Đúng không ạ? Bắn danh thì thằng nào bắn chả kinh. Ôi anh em ơi, nói về cái team mới bây giờ ấy làm cái gì? Thua cái map Haven đấy thì xứng đáng là thua luôn anh em ạ. Thua cái map Haven đấy thì còn cái gì để gọi là bàn cãi nữa. Anh Hoa một lần trung bình tầm bao nhiêu vậy? Khoảng 5 clip một người anh em ạ. Cả gọi là quầy like các thứ ấy. Bố hôm nay bị lính admin nắc anh em ạ. Admin này nó còn bắn kinh luôn đấy chứ. Ủa nhưng mà hôm nay live cũng ác rồi anh em ạ. Cái máy của tôi nó live được 24 tiếng rồi. Tôi sẽ hỏi ChatGPT là nếu như tôi livestream quá 24 tiếng có sao không? Map 5 BBL với M8 sáng nay hay không á? Vẫn hay. Nói chung là 5 map sáng nay của BBL với cả M8 mình chả chơi được map nào anh em ạ. À không, chơi được map 4. Map 4 BBL bị đè nắc anh em ạ. Map 4 bọn ấy bắn kinh. Map 4 bọn M8 bắn kinh quá. Bổ sung tí năng lượng anh em ơi. Em cho anh kia ơi. Và tính trận sau gặp M8 nha anh em. Anh nghĩ Q1 được T1 không à? Anh có nghĩ vậy nha. Nhưng mà chắc là phải đến map 4, tôi nghĩ vậy. Bài em anh dài, ok anh dài ấy. Từ đoạn này hay quá. Ai nhở? Tôi tưởng có ai vừa vào Discord cơ. Giật cả mình. Em Binzy. Earn everything.
PRX.
All right, Pacific, this is for the lower final and another step closer to Master Santiago. Who keeps the dream alive? We've got PRX taking on DFM. And PRX, they haven't been in their best shape, but after their previous 2 wins, eliminating GE and then DRX, you can't deny that this train is picking up steam. So, how do we get to Santiago? Is it by ship or by train?
Khọm này tiên lượng xấu không à? Tiên lượng xấu luôn anh em ạ.
Right now, and even when they're looking a little
Sorry,
bit
bữa đi
shaky,
nhanh cút.
this train always arrives at its destination on time. And today, the station is DFM. I wonder if they're going to stop there or they're going to continue all the way to Santiago.
That's right. Is it track by track or is it wave by wave? And for DFM, it's just the best iteration of this team so far. The best performance that they've had so
Detonation
far throughout
focus
the
me.
entirety of Pacific. And let's do that here.
This is a wait. I don't know what he's doing. You know what this is? I'm lost.
Oh,
You don't know that? You don't know that TikTok?
I've got no idea.
It's the Aka. Good. I'm not gonna sing it here. I'm not gonna run or walk out with it.
I back the creativity. Of course, he's bringing something up. Wait,
Hey, maybe, yeah,
it's
Tucker
forced.
may walk
There's a
out as the
part
coach.
too.
they swap places?
I love this. This is why you just have to
Coach
love
Tucker,
this
man.
team. Oh.
Let's go, yeah, let's go. I like that.
That's motivation. He's got him hyped up.
5 men all
Hyping up
the
his
way.
coach.
Mà, ngạc cả mày ở nhây.
I love it so much.
I love it. DFM
cảm ơn
coming
nhây
in
anh em ơi.
today. In my mind, there's no doubt they're the underdogs, but that's exactly where they want to be. They've not
I would win rồi.
out of kickoff.
I would win rồi anh em ơi.
History today. This is the best.
Nah,
DFM
I would
we've
win
ever
rồi.
seen. They're going from strength to strength, but they found themselves now in the lower bracket on their last life with a big.
Mà
big
tiểu phẩm
opponent.
ác anh em ạ.
That's exactly right. And I remember when we were interviewing, I think it was XQQ from Zeta here on this couch, and he said sometimes you have to just experience what it is like to win. That's the thing with DFM. They already have taken down PRX. They've already eliminated them from a kickoff before. So if they can remember that, if they can actually channel that, I think this could easily go the way of DFM, and it just depends on what kind of condition PRX are in today.
Yeah, we spoke so much about that you need to have experience winning against PRX, right? It's one of those teams, if you've never had experience winning against them, it's quite a daunting task to go up against these guys, right?
Làm ngụm nước anh em ạ, khăn nước quá.
And they do have that chemistry that Nico was talking about, being around the block, right? And they are so used to winning. So DFM, they're going to have to take on that past experience to see if they can get over the line today.
Yeah, but I love what Vos said in the interview when he said his players are excited to play against PRX. They're not intimidated. They don't care about the names or the history. They care about the fact that they can go play their best game against some of the best players in the world. They want to take this fight to PRX. They're not running away. They're not scared. I love how this veto has played out for them. I think they're going to be feeling great about
Cặp này ai đã cúc à? Còn mạng nào không á? Cả hai đội còn một mạng anh em ạ. Đây là cái mạng cuối cùng rồi.
The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is yesterday they were playing a lot of mirror comps against T1, and I do feel like man-to-man T1 kind of had their number. And today, if everything else stays the same, they're going to go into a mirror comp, or pretty much a mirror comp. We'll take a look. Only the difference that
Rồi, mirror comp anh em ơi. Mirror comp, gần như là mirror comp. Khác mỗi controller thôi anh em ạ.
They're the ones that innovated this comp. If I have it correct,
khác mỗi controller thôi.
They're going to be very used to playing against it, so DFM is going to have to potentially bring some new things.
Yeah, that's what's scary. Is when you play that mirror, you know that the opponent has the same struggles that you have. Everything you're going to try and do, they've already seen before, so it really will come down to the firepower.
Anh sao chí bỏ con Omen rồi anh em ạ.
See them step up in a major way because it's direct head-to-heads here.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you just imagine? We already talked about it here on the desk. So many flashes to be expected in this match. And that chamber head-to-head. We are about to get into our first series of the day. PRX taking on DFM. Over to PaperThin and Achilles.
Hello, happy Vapid Consumerism Day. I'm Achilles, this is PaperThin, and he is so ready to mingle. So if you're
Cảm ơn VCT Pacific. Vì hôm nay họ đã cho tôi nghe Achilles anh em ạ. Tôi phải nói cảm ơn bởi vì hôm nay tôi được nghe Achilles anh em ạ. Tôi đéo phải nghe Komodo và Quách nữa. Tại bố. Hai bố pha trò gọi là nhạt ngang single six anh em ạ, chịu chết.
Anywhere, and for PRX, it's showing that this team that got put together, you know, with the slight addition of Envy, should be masters, not just getting there, but also contenders. Like, this is what we kind of all expected here for PRX. So, a lot of pressure on both of these teams to prove that they're the real deal.
Des was talking about it, DFM, they have denied PRX in kickoff last season.
Đây là không biết là on như anh em ạ. Tôi sợ nó bỏ trận 1.
Faces on both of these squads
bực rồi
since
nhá.
the previous matchup, but let's see what happens as we get into Haven. PaperX's map pick, as yes, Akame has performed a dance every walkout this season. It's been filling the void that was left ever since Benkai's departure.
Yeah, that's a good point, and you know maybe there's a remake of Footloose in the works or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean this is a really tough matchup. You know.
Tình hình như các công ty mà vẫn là anh em 500 á. Nếu đéo phải là nó cùng tôi từ hồi cấp 3 cũng hết tôi lâu rồi anh em ơi. Một mạng luôn rồi.
Feels like perhaps the first time that we're getting a head-to-head with Phoenixes as well as the Chambers.
Yeah, feels like May's waiting here for a little bit of contact. On site. He's going to do the
Ui rồi.
Yep, May will be able to collect the kill. The VIE going to be taken down already. Two-player advantage.
Ui rồi.
Now expounded upon as Jing is going to be the last one standing.
Mày nó farm luôn rồi.
Not for very long. Kaide will strike.
Flawless Piston.
Flawless pistol win over to DFM.
Flawless Piston.
from yesterday for DFM, where
Oh.
the pistols looked great until all of a sudden T1 clutched. You know, 3 out of the 4 pistols went the way of T1, and all 3 of those were
Má mà Yasuka nó vào một luôn mà.
for the side of T1. Here, this is just a nice little plan. You're leaving May tucked into the corner.
Nó
waiting
vào
for
một
either
luôn.
someone to swing or for there to be contact on the A site to make his move for the flank. He's able to take out DeVi. Akame gets hit with a nice paranoia, has to run away. May immediately scrambles over to help. That's really good protocols in that round for DFM. It should be really encouraging here for their current mental state, their bounce back from yesterday.
Always that quandary. Who's going to be advantaged? The team that can sit back and kind of watch for an extra day, or the ones that are playing that back-to-back and have the warm-up out of the way.
Biết vào C rồi.
So far to start, it is going to be DFM.
VTech rồi.
Triple push in towards garage. May scaling forward here. Back sight. Judge from
Rơi khổ rớt.
find one, but Jing will be able to collect that kill. Marshall shots going wide from Yatsuka, so Jing comes up with his second. On finding the reveal, but able to find the wall bang. Flash around the back, hiding, collecting a second kill.
Rồi.
This should
Không
be
thay đổi điều gì lắm anh em ạ.
tucked into the cubby with that headhunter, try to get some additional damage. Plays the anti-flash.
Má cái này ném quả flash bịa chưa?
Down here for PaperX, but still going to be a 2-0 start for DFM.
Yeah, and this is what makes PaperX so fearsome. Is
Cho May ăn thôi.
they're so
Tí cú tí
chaotic,
cái.
they're so crafty that they're able to kind of pull a maneuver on you that you don't expect, that most teams might not try. A lot of teams might send 1 or 2 players into garage. They send 3, and even with a judge there, not much.
Đâu tôi thấy anh Bom bảo là gọi là có fan trung lập mà anh em. Có fan trung lập thì đâu phải fan DFM đâu.
It's KICKOFF and Jing. Jing is, I think, when it comes to curveballs at the very least, the best Phoenix on the planet. He has unbelievable ability to control those and guide those to perfect positions where they need to be. KICKOFF struggling. We saw this the last time on
Trận của bố hôm qua hay không à? Cứt anh em ơi. Không phải bịa, nó là cứt luôn đấy.
But that's something that's going to be really important for DFM and for PaperX to just have that constant pressure that Jing's able to create.
Now into the bonus. Just that Bulldog and Vandal carried over here for DFM. Still a little bit of firepower with the Sheriff on Akame as well. Flash connecting.
Akame làm gì ấy?
He's going to be caught out.
Vội à?
Rushing down long, not reading that there was going to be this lurk. Now with that elimination, PaperX.
Hỏng rồi, quả Akame nhào cỗ anh em ơi.
Probably maybe expecting that the 1-4 split would be a little bit further back than that, but something.
This is a very fast double push behind. Obviously, is a trademark to try to watch this angle, but if May can
Móc luôn.
find one,
Móc 3 luôn anh em ạ.
opens up for this flank as they're getting closer and closer. Forsaken about to be spotted.
Hi.
There it is. Kill found. KICKOFF will fall. Forsaken able to find the one. Just TP's forward into hell. Jing now killing that space.
Ui, Envy.
Holds things down at sewers. Snap back off.
Envy phản xạ quả nhanh chưa?
There to try to cover. VIE and Jing to hold things down at long. Assess just tucked away off that brick stack. Spot on the one, the flash flying. Knows that there's going to be 2 players.
Anh so chí làm gì đấy?
Get the catch here, but Yatsuka with another nice headshot. We'll find the one, but now DeVi looking to bring this one to the finish, and will be able to
Đà vai bằng con cha bời vẫn kinh anh em ạ.
PaperX denied the bonus conversion.
Yeah, pretty good round here for PaperX. A great reaction from Envy. You would think May should have him dead to rights there on the spike plant, but he's so ready to get off. And he does so magnificently. DeVi is such a fearsome chamber player. And the way he TPs in an immediate flash from Jing to back him up there on this corner was really, really nice. Even though it didn't.
Mấy anh em đang xem em tôi xin một like anh em, thank you anh em nhiều ạ.
To get into favorable angles.
I want to hit and just wall. Didn't someone just spam, okay? Yeah, okay. We do booster. They probably, yeah. They probably, yeah. See nothing mid. Perforation close.
Ui.
Call there saying, I think he said let's do the poster.
Yeah, he said the poster.
Well,
Smoke booster à?
Forward onto the B site, quick plant going to be found here for PaperX and a snappy exit.
XB nhanh anh em ạ.
TP in and out, just like that, can shrug off that trademark slow. KICKOFF now going to be popping the ult with the pace forward, something.
Mất ulti rồi.
Shut down on it. Spam shots up in towards window.
Má cái này đúng mức kiểu chó điên mà.
Spam now opened up. Akame going to be struck. Forsaken finds the kill. 3 players left standing. Yatsuka with this operator. They haven't been able to get it.
Ui xồi, Forsaken.
Just trying to back away. Swing in. May's going to be good for 1, but now they just line up.
Forsaken bắn 4 luôn, được chưa? Được chưa anh em? Khạc luôn.
Going to be carried over into PaperX's hands.
Yeah, you would expect with these 2 comps that B and C side are going to be pretty tricky to hold in general on the defender side, and that's a good recognition here early. And this is an even better maneuver again from something, tucking into that corner right where Kaide wants to drop out, and he also doesn't get hit by the curveball because of it. Oh, that's nasty, nasty stuff from Forsaken.
Get up.
And get the Mania out early.
Yeah, get it out of your system now.
Lại là anh so trí solo sai anh em ạ. Trời ơi. Cho đối nào dễ hơn được không?
Clone walking its way in the backside. It's not falling for that one. The Jing able to find Kaide just there at the edge of the garage. Push forward into the smoke.
Ui, không sao. Hay rồi, Jing bắn hết rồi anh em ạ. Lại có ulti rồi.
Getting torn apart as Jing finds 3. He's already got another run it back. Here in round 5.
Yasuka vô vị. Vô vị anh em ạ. Jing làm 4 luôn.
Get himself a 4K as well. So back to backs in that regard, and now PRX in the lead.
Yeah, again, I would expect here that PRX
2-0 PRX nhanh cái, còn xem RRQ anh em ạ. Chạy KPI buổi tối.
That's going to put the impetus onto DFM to either tighten up the defenses around those areas or make their A pressure a little bit more consistent, and that they're able to get those lurks, come from a lot of different angles on retakes. Composition that you're kind of happy to play retake with the Phoenix in there usually, with the Yoru as well, of course, with those flashes that you can pop through, but you can see already, look at the adjustment from DFM, but PRX step ahead here. Forsaken starting to read the tendencies and map pretty well.
Mất mẹ something rồi. Ui, thằng KD nó còn bắn yếu cả ấy rồi cơ. Nó còn bắn yếu cả đà vai rồi. Nó còn ulti cơ.
Trying to find it, but just pulls off that angle on the right side. A bit too early, tries to find the shot. Ends up being a bit too late. Out to long, gonna be cleared.
Face off fear rồi.
Going across. Connecting on to 3, but May still facing forward, finding Envy 48.
Hỏng rồi, mất luôn đà vai rồi anh em ơi. Có sao cái tele gì đấy? Ui dồi, Akame nó bắn. Sợ tê.
Yeah, there's just takes a little while here for PRX to kind of get the ball rolling on this A side. Really good stuff from DFM, especially from May. Was able to get there just in time to shut down the running back. Saw a really interesting little graph that Anders put together on Twitter about op win percentage versus usage. DFM, one of the better teams in regards to getting that op in and then getting round wins off the back of it. The best is RRQ actually, but DFM pretty solid in that regard. You can see where that early kill helps a lot. Removing one of those duelists from the equation puts a lot of pressure on a Jing. And even with the ult, which was shut down so quickly, a nice angle from May.
Quan trọng bây giờ lại xem thằng Yasuka kia ở đâu rồi. Yasuka kia C-Long là bây giờ nó bắn đông B và đông A rồi. 2B2A. Lại vào B thôi.
No pressure created. They're going to try and go through the sewers. He's going to try to help out his IGL.
Ui. Anh so trí.
Garage, instant kill going to be found. Paranoia will force them back away as Forsaken.
C-Long đẩy clear hết rồi, giờ nó một mình nó ngắm vào C-Long kê về sai thôi. Nó chẳng cần làm gì cả. Ai cần handle zit luôn. 4 anh em. Lộ hết anh em ạ. Không ra. Ui. Nó còn bắn cả, nó còn pre-fire cả đà vai luôn. Hay này. Anh số 9 chết mẹ rồi.
Akame trying to get the reset on the aim, but Jing is just a bit faster. Suddenly it is only Yatsuka remaining. They know exactly where he's at. All dialed in on the angle. Spotting out that little jump peak, the flash connecting.
Ui xồi, đà vai. Đẳng cấp.
PRX reestablish the lead by 1.
Đẳng cấp anh em ạ, không thể bàn.
For DFM, I think they play this round in terms of their decision making, their macro really well, but their decision to try to go for PRX before the plant is down kind of hurts him here.
Hơn 2 người mà vẫn không tận dụng được lợi thế anh em ạ. Cứ lao qua smoke ngáo điên.
PRX is one of those teams that reacts so well to things that are unorthodox, that are unexpected. They're actually able to turn it around. Looking to see now if DeVi can get any value out of this op. Another team very good with the ops in hand. PRX, of course. What?
DeVi lại chết mẹ ở A rồi. Bắn được chết thằng Yasuka một round nó trả thù mẹ thôi. Ôi hỏng rồi. Anh so chí bị quay anh em ơi. Ui rồi anh so chí bị quay anh em ạ. Mây lại ăn ở Invi cơ. 3v3 chưa tài đâu.
Players here on PRX suffering quite a bit of damage. Forsaken down 27. As DFM getting clustered together for this retake. It's going to be the Nightfall across. Forsaken getting tagged by that. Decay down to 1. Start getting his health back. The noise being made at Yasuka.
Dính chết mẹ rồi. Cái lồn gì đây? Super mà smoke chết mẹ anh em rồi.
Something now with Garage having to do it all. Finds the first. TP's over to Cubby. Do they get a read of this? They absolutely do. Great haunt. Spotting it all out. Gate crash across, and I think he should have seen that flare, but Yasuka stays dialed in.
Má mày nó bắn khẩu ngắm điên chưa?
Not falling for the fake. DFM just trading blows
Quỷ Yasuka này.
between these squads as we stay 4-4.
Just some great individual battles that are going on across this. The Phoenix versus the Phoenix. The Chamber versus the Chamber. DeVi getting some big ones in. Now it's Yasuka's turn. Even though I really like the way something tries to play this with the TPs, it's an even better read from DFM. Yeah,
What the fuck?
With PRX, you just have to expect they're in those smokes.
Không, hình như nó đọc vị mấy quả PRX này là thích ngồi rình flash từ trong quả smoke ra anh em ạ. Hình như nó đọc vị. Cố tình nó đọc vị anh em ạ.
One for one exchanged. Still another duelist to work with for PRX.
Mấy anh em PRX này hay có cái trò ngồi rình trong quả smoke ấy. Cái đấy thì team nào cũng biết rồi. Không phải cái mới.
PRX knows it. Without the fade there to slow down their roll, should be a lot easier to get into the site. So let's see if Kaide even gets a chance to use his run it back. They're holding the line. They're waiting for pressure. They've been seeing that DFM has been wanting to get aggressive on the extremities of the map. You know, you saw it with Kaide, you saw it with, and he's doing it on the other side here, but on the A site, they're being pretty patient today. So that might cause a rewrap.
I think PRX, maybe anticipating that push out because Akamai is gone. You don't have that haunt, you don't have the Prowlers anymore, and try to check around the outskirts of these sites.
Exactly.
And it's okay.
Anh so chí lại, rớt anh em ạ. Mẹ cái thằng số chí chơi từ cây đấy nhở. Làm gì anh em ạ?
Unscouted though. Sees the gun barrel one, but something able to get him outdone.
Individual plays that PRX can make are all just set up because of their teammates there.
I don't think so. Well, that was questionable.
I was so ready to give them so many flowers in this round. They still earned it, baby.
Suddenly. Dodges that. Prowler Forsaken on a deep flank. Still time to try to work with, and if you can find this kill now.
Nó bắn quả kinh vãi cả đái ạ.
For a monster clutch, but it will be Envy to go ahead and steady the ship a little bit.
Anyway, the little jump peek here into something swinging on the box was really nice.
Oh, everything but up to that was great.
Yep.
But you got to do something to, you know, give Alex a heart attack.
You got to make him angry somehow. He can't just have nice things. We can't allow that. Clean. Both teams looking pretty crisp in the aim. Some really good decisions being made on both sides.
Ôi dồi ôi, đá vai tưởng có nguyên video vào người. Đã đời anh em ạ.
Chamber down, nice and early. Forsaken TPing into the spawn. Gate crash set up behind, so if May wants to do a something cosplay, could just go TPing right there in front of Forsaken. Curveball's gonna be turned away from, and it's just
nó lắc kìa, something nó lắc, nó né flash kìa anh em ơi.
I think something making up for the little oopsie of the previous round. Guns down 3, PRX now up to 6.
Yeah, would have liked to have seen DFM swing off to the haunt there instead. I think that would have been a really nice little play to throw the flash, then the haunt, but they wait for a second flash. Just, you know, PRX doesn't move a muscle, doesn't shoot any of their guns too soon. They're very patient. I think that causes DFM to think that...
Or what? I dodged two flashes.
He's looking good this map, 10-7. Something's had his struggles, but...
Oh, elbow spot.
Ui.
VIE on the angle, just completely, utterly favored. He's anticipating this potential scale forward as well, but it will be a back away at long. May going to be entrenched here in the sewer. Just tucked in on that left-hand side.
Hasn't tried this angle yet.
He also doesn't have a gate crash.
Ôi trời ơi. Không đủ bất ngờ anh em ạ. Không đủ bất ngờ.
Quick peek into the headshot, Kaide now trying to make it happen with that run it back. It's going to be dueling Phoenixes rushing forward into the wall. Kaide comes on top of that one, but then quickly will go back. Something scaling
Ôi trời,
forward.
something nó bắn nó mù, nó bắn chết đôi luôn.
Right.
Thế thì thôi.
Control.
Anh soi trí thì vẫn bắn đi coi này thì khó.
Flawless round for PRX to lock up a lead at the half.
Yeah, and he's getting some great help from teammates to set him up for some of these kills. And this one, it's just a beautiful paranoia. Oh.
Cutting through.
Yeah, Yatsuko wishes. Oh, you can see the shoulder there. Good little anti. Look at that. From the sewers. Forsaken.
Nice play, Jason. Yeah,
It was nice.
It was.
And now looking at an 8-4 potentially. See the buy. A little bit disjoint on the side of DFM. Plenty of half armors.
Rồi nó spam hai của Odin.
Being one of them as well as Yatsuko.
Đéo nào dính cái chết mẹ rồi.
Last cannon Bucky is certainly not something that we see, especially not on the chamber.
No.
As for now, Phoenix is down on both sides. Just enough to the side to not get clipped by that haunt, but Envy not going to be playing into that angle. Joins in with the rest of the team. It's going to be double push forward into the garage. Something poking and prodding around B site, trying to see if there's anybody home.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to stack the window, but it's actually going to be C. Maybe where PRX pivots, but they don't have any contact off that Nightfall, and they still think, no, let's try B instead. Maybe that's all just bait with their weaker buy.
They're going to beat A almost. Seems like. Quick peek from May. Finding something.
Là A cần handle zit rồi.
Play. Akame just tucked back behind the box, waiting for the scale forward. The fight coming through, and
Envy.
find the headshot, causing the
Tay của PRX vẫn to lắm anh em ạ. Vẫn to khổng lồ luôn đấy.
Wanting to get this round win. The THÄN May.
Pha này thì không nha.
Sit into a 2v2. Double backside stack up for these players. TP forward from May, just checking out around the front. Nothing spotted there. Wall now falling. Just jumping over the side, tapping in, but the one way working against him. May taken down as the haunt gets cleared out. Set spot in the first, but
anh so trí mà đòi thắng clutch khó.
Envy will secure the round as PRX have a 4-round lead at the half.
Yeah, just some really good reads on the map for PRX there in that half. Getting some pretty good ideas of where the open areas were going to be.
Hơi dễ anh em ạ. Map 1 thành hợp PRX. Không cần phải lo.
Get you those first kills. We'll remove Yatsuka from the map a couple times, man. Akame
hơi dễ.
He could have had that one back. Knew he was there. Should have had the jump on him, but Envy just a little bit better. Yeah, this was close. Just
plus right past his thigh.
Just under his elbow or something, yeah.
Oh my god.
But that Cosmic Divide also ended up working against DFM there. They were setting up for the Akame angle, but they ended up coming from the wrong side of it.
Solid lead at the half. PRX looking overall clean so far on their map pick. Teleports may be something to be cleaned up a little bit here, both for VIE and something, but
a few of those were a little bit of head scratchers, but all's well that ends well. And again, you would think that this should be DFM's better side of the map, but a really important pistol for them coming up. Able to win both pistols, set yourself up for some success. Something very, very good first half. That's something PRX fans have been looking for. He's delivering. They can get him going.
Mấy thằng Layla nó on nhỉ anh em nhỉ?
Just kind of PRX is normal. There should just be them.
Nhớ Layla quá anh em ạ. Có thằng vào giáp tay mình. Hôm qua tôi xem mấy trận kia xong tôi cũng đau hết cả họng anh em ạ.
Yeah.
DeVi got an ace. We'll see if he can pull another one out. 9-7-1 so far on the chamber with something leading the way in the lobby. And look at
Layla hôm nay hình như là nó không ngon thế nào ấy.
Scale forward and a high low, however, going to be set
Okay.
up, and Kaide collecting too, finding the collab in
Ui,
keep that in parity, but
1v3 cho đà vai luôn à.
cutting his way across the B site. Already in towards the spawn is not going to be ready.
Trời
to
ơi.
up close. So both pistols go the way of DFM. The exact start that they're looking for to get themselves back into this map now that they're on this attacker side.
Yeah, and this is where things start to get a little bit shaky. You know, maybe, who knows, PRX came real close to getting their eco round on the second round last time. Could do so again here. Ooh, lined up for it. Like Cess here, a little bit of confidence to go for that last kill. Need a lot of that here today.
Oh, he killed both of us.
The DFM fans in Tokyo like what they see. Real careful here.
Swing out into the TP to safety.
Here.
I'm just going to be dropping down a back plat. Take for Kaide.
Trận này yên tâm mà anh em, PRX bắn căng tay mà. Không phải lo trận này đâu. Kiểu gì chả được đi Master mà phải lo. Anh em, chưa chắc. Ăn một súng ngon rồi. Một viên ngon luôn.
Does secure the kill as now. DFM pushing forward onto the C site. Quad push out of B, down into mid. PRX going to be pretty close by.
Spike planted.
See if they can pull off a flood retake. Still do have two sheriffs. There's an opportunity for damage.
Ooh, just missed it.
Scoped in, and there's the shot. Something.
Ui.
Kills now.
Cái này nó farm ạ.
Jing gonna get caught. 3 kills now for Kaide. Flash fully connecting. Kaide managing to find a fourth. Potentially looking at an ace. Never mind, he's dead. I'm aware. I'm awake at the moment.
Yep, I can tell.
There's more caffeine. Akame gonna be tagged on the way out. Goes down to 11. As well. Prowler?
Prowler đéo ở đây.
Even he's laughing about that.
What the hell was that? Well, everything's getting a little bit silly here in the round, it would seem, myself included. And it will end up going DFM's way. But once again, damage dealt.
Yeah.
Only 2 players left alive.
Yeah, really solid damage dealt that makes this bonus feel pretty untenable, even with the Phoenix ult there. And they're just losing a few of these individual battles. What a shot there from something, and they just went a little bit wide. Kaide does get his ult there, but that's
Observer bắt đầu để tâm tuyển thủ rồi, không để mỗi tâm chấm á. Không. Observer của trò này luôn luôn là tâm tuyển thủ nhá anh em nhá. Không ra tâm default đâu anh em ạ. Chúng nó dùng tâm chấm nhiều đấy.
Yeah, the vibes seem good on both sides today, which is nice.
That's okay. Able to drop out a window, unspotted.
Lát lồn đấy Dinh ơi.
Ui,
đảo hai bản quả kinh nhở.
Clean transitions. Yatsuka and Kaide both get eliminated. That running back now not to be seen. And this has DFM left scratching their heads.
Gun here.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, DeVi he always looks good on Chamber, but this is really, really clean stuff from him in a lot of different regards. I think you're going to go back to that previous round as DFM and kick yourselves a little. Not look at least exploring A. Meanwhile, DeVi.
Tưởng là farm A luôn chứ. Một viên. Anh so trí thì thôi. Anh so trí đéo tính tiền anh em ạ. Anh so trí thì không tính tiền.
Is one away from having a tour de force.
Let's see if we can get it. Woo! I thought he was maybe gonna get a collat there. Second one. Yeah, just it gets all scrambled.
Anh em đang xem cho em, tôi xin một like anh em, thank you anh em nhiều ạ. Giờ mới được có 100 like, buồn quá.
Happy with Devi's performance there.
I would be too. Ooh. A bit of damage done, but I think this looks C all the way. Almost zero resistance. The smoke goes up in the front. That's actually, I assume, Cess's, because it went down pretty quick. Run it back to clear. Forsaken doesn't want any of it.
Oh, Kaide.
Mang cái này như con chó dại mà. Vì
Seeing him potentially being able to find that kill. He has bought some space with the run it back though. So plant is in play. Scale forward, May now up in the window. Devi wanting to try to clear this out. Swings in and
xin của lát anh dài, có flash ở something mà.
Shoulder, but Paranoia across. Akame tucked into the corner, looking for that second kill, but can't get the transfer. Finding one with the Guardian now, a 3v3.
Ôi cho chúng cái đẹp này. Cho chúng đẹp này. Gì vậy? Something bết vậy ông?
At the very least, this does allow him to just collect an operator and get the hell out of Dodge.
I liked so much about that round for DFM, except that very end positioning of Yatsuka with that operator. That's the one piece of that puzzle that I did not care for too much. The way that they scale into sight, beautiful. Use the run it back, great. Get a good read. Set up layers inside of Garage. There's multiple players there. There's the bailout for May with his TP. You know,
quả này xin mẹ quả lát của something là bú cái gara rồi anh em ạ.
Reposition. You don't expect the Yoru to necessarily TP there. Sess has the trademark there around that corner, and Forsaken tries to TP around it, but Sess is in a perfect position to punish it. But you left the Yop on site, and that one's a little bit of a head scratcher.
Well, it's going to be double op. As Devi just sends out the tour de force, so trying to hold things down at sea, but look at this push up. 3 players on the other side of this nebula. Forsaken trying to play him in, but we'll just spray and pray.
Forsaken tốt.
May and faces forward to take down Kaide.
Nào. Thằng Forsaken này.
No, actually the Paranoia ends up not clipping onto the enemy.
Lại còn bắn 2 viên đùa thề. Tao sắp anti đến nơi rồi đấy. Tao sắp anti đến nơi rồi đấy.
He's got 6 HP, something around the corner. He's going to go for the peak. He will be able to find the shutdown, but I don't think he's going to be able to find an escape. Let's try to clutch it though. Splash through, swings in, gets turned around, and Cess will take him down.
5v3 cứ làm cái đéo gì ấy.
DFM knocking on Paper Rex's door as they look to tie it up.
Oh, you know, so many of these rounds have been like, who's going to step up, who's going to hit the big moment. We saw it earlier from Forsaken where he had that big 4K outside of B. This time it's Akame's turn on C. Almost the ace. This is a round saver, because I thought Forsaken had probably shut this round down before it
Sinh anh em ơi.
Oh, for sure.
Akame just bails DFM out here. This is something that was missing yesterday for DFM. Some of that energy from Akame, some of that hype that he brings. You know, it felt very stoic yesterday from DFM compared to how they've been most of this stage. And I think that's something they realized here today. They're having a lot more fun before the match started. Now they're getting loud. They're getting rowdy again. Need those vibes. They need that confidence. A little bit of a odd positioning here. Very close to a couple chokes are Paper X. May's already got Envy.
Player, that A connector taken down.
Time to jump.
Dimensional drift and a run it back available, but we don't really see those being invested into the round, not without a couple kills coming through. And, well, can't use it now. Kaide snappy with that kill, and Forsaken, yep, you've been spotted, buddy. Maybe trying to fake that he was TPing up top, but either way, Kaide's got the angle. Devi, a nice shot on the May. Will get traded back, and now it's just something to maybe see if somebody goes pushing into him so that he can utilize his judge. Otherwise, Kaide will have him dead to rights at this range. And Kaide's more than happy to stick around because he'll be 1 charge away. Death or kill from having another run it back. Turn away, and the judge not quite getting a line. Kaide just dodging out all the bullets. Somehow not getting clipped at all.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a nice flash. Actually goes the direction that something's turning to, you know, try to avoid it. But anyway, The thing I'm curious about in this next round is you've got a couple DFM players, May and Cess, one away from their ults, whereas PRX has a bunch of ults. So this might be a good time for a timeout for PRX to talk about how they want to handle that. See if they can stall out that DFM ult cycle for another round. And yeah, it's starting to get a little out of control. But again, both of these teams playing such similar comps, and they're pretty difficult to defend with. You know, they're meant to be kind of anti-Viper comps, is the way that a lot of people see this Phoenix Yoru chamber. But when you're going head-to-head like this, you don't have much to stall out the other side.
I have not seen that meme in so long.
That's been a while.
A Land Before Time reference in 2026. Unbelievable.
What a time to be alive. That movie came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's how old that is.
And then the year after that, Citizen Kane came out.
That's right. I'll never forget those great Charlie Chaplin movies. Yeah. Loved it.
Well, 9-9. Timeout call for PRX. The conversion rate, I feel like overall has been very strong.
For sure. And
Quay
this
đi quay lại 9 đều
should
rồi.
be a good opportunity for them. You're able to get an op. Spamming down. Nobody takes any damage, though, from DFM. DFM seems wary of those traps around the orbs, so they're being pretty cautious. Cess just tracking one, the other four doing their job, keeping track of the
Bắn
other.
cẩn thận cái PRX ơi, full buy này.
Towards mid.
Flash into the
Hay.
Yeah, something. Locking on for the kill. Kaide. Now,
Time to jump.
rapid speed. Check over in towards B. Could be the plant spot once again. Something holding back. Deep angle towards the A connector.
I think with that smoke there, the timing's too perfect. You feel like they know. Looking for Forsaken, though, scaling up towards the double doors.
It's a jump peek from May. TV's out now. We'll gather from DFM. 4 players marching down a long.
I'd like to see him get Cess's ult on the way in. I mean, even though, you know, with a Phoenix there, that Cosmic Divide feels like it might work against you a little.
Something still
30 seconds
reading
left.
into this potential
Ui thăm mình.
flag.
Ui thăm mình anh em ơi.
Away from it. They can obviously not checking that angle.
Đéo ai cây móc rồi.
Could end up catching them by surprise.
Free kill for second.
Speaking of
Chết smoke.
surprises, swings out of long. Clearly
Trời ơi.
losing track of how much space they've given up, and now it has only made the last
Mày
one
bây giờ mày
stand.
móc đến nơi thì
No time to do anything other than to maybe get a bit
Đi.
of damage, but he misses
Sao
the
mà
shot
né
onto
được.
Divide, who turns, finds it, and it's a flawless timeout conversion for PRX.
Yeah, just some simple things here for PRX. You know, get that early kill and then open up the map for Forsaken. He's so patient. Again, those little combos they've been pulling off have very much helped them. Obviously, Jing from A Heaven loves to play from up there. He is so good with those flashes. Yeah, a little bit of a a little bit of laughing there from DFM. Maybe tried something a little unorthodox, didn't go their way. Now they've got a ton of ults to play with. This has to be their round. They want to get it back.
Lia luôn rồi, lại retake A đến từ PRX rồi. Retake 2 móc luôn.
Trying to watch the angle, headhunter bullets
Ui,
flying.
nó chạy bắn luôn mà.
On the floor. Comes away with the kill. Cess tucked in at sewers.
Ui,
Striking for 2 clean kills.
cái luôn có tính năng này luôn.
Both duelists from PRX dead on that flank. Forsaken gonna be able to peel back the one in V with another, but it's gonna be May. Bringing them now into the 1v2. Divide just strafing straight past that. Jumps out and ooh. Knows that May's gonna be holding close. Plant not yet in play. Quick little TP back as the concuss comes through. Divide trying to make a go of this. Well, he just pushes through and finds the quick scope. Just on the side!
Má để so chi nó cứ lắc kìa.
10-10 DFM. Finding such a critical round win.
Cess struggled a little bit against, well, not a little bit, a lot of it against T1. This is filthy. That readjust there, pretty nasty. Some of the best shooting I've seen from him. A little bit wonky here, though. on this post plant, I don't like that May just doesn't stick behind the box. He can wait there, wait for that swing from DeVi, because you've already got Cess into that sewers angle. There's no reason to wait.
You want to play?
Try to push ahead of that. PRX.
Quarter forces on the angle. Natsuka more than happy to challenge in. Saw where the shot came from, but DeVi now drops down to the low ground.
Ui.
And that shot goes wide. So, 2 rounds of the tour de force gone. Prowler into the corner, something with a quick exit. Jumps out of garage. May jumps back across towards C, but now the cluster coming through. The face being able to find the first.
Jing của mình có quả thăm bình dị thật.
That's huge for Jing.
Ảo điên.
Still very much in an entrenched position here. He wants to fight for a little bit more, and he shall be rewarded. Akame going to be taken out.
Lại overhit rồi đấy. Lại overhit rồi đấy.
Be able to try to get them back into the round.
This all feels so weird.
Deficit.
It all feels so weird for DFM because usually Jing's not on his own. He's usually setting up for someone else, you know, for these trades, these switches. So they don't feel comfortable to go to A. They're going to end up being rewarded because PRX feels like they have to reinforce A because Jing was the only one there. But it's just a matter of can they win this. Oh my
Lại
God.
chết mất Forscan. Ai.
Brings it now back into a 3v3. Slow push from DeVi into garage, something out in the mid, spotted and dead. Kaide finds another, and now the timing comes in.
Chết hết luôn, cứ chết lẻ từng người một mà.
DFM take the round and take the lead back into their hands.
Wow, yeah, that's a 3v4 there. And I really like the way PRX plays this round, but they kind of overestimate DFM in a way, where they lose Jing here after he does a phenomenal job putting him into a 3v5. Gets dusted, but then Kaide pops out with that flash. Flash is looking way better here today for Kaide on the Phoenix. This is a much improved performance. Clearly something that DFM has been focusing on.
Been in the lab. Outlaw now in hand for Yatsuka. Perfect round for it. Half armors on everyone. Just Jing with the Vandal.
Zeta 2022 là năm pick nhất của Valorant Nhật Bản đúng không? Đúng rồi. Năm đấy là vào được đến top 3 champion anh em ạ. À, top 3 master anh em ạ.
A solid enough position to really use it. Folk cycled in, Forsaken with that Bucky, the jump forward. He's going to be killed for 2. He will not be able to escape from there. The shorty to take him down. Jing caught up into the grab well. Something slotting into the corner. Ends up managing to find that kill.
Không sao. Something bắn trượt có Dinh lo anh em ơi.
PRX.
Có đả vai lo nữa 11 đều.
Basically in thrifty fashion. Tie it up once again, 11-11.
Yeah, this is a great read from PRX.
DFM là 4 Nhật 1 Hàn anh em ơi. Hàn là Akame.
They don't receive any contact at A. They get that orb for free, and they're like, they're going C. Let's just send everybody. It's an eco. Who cares? And Jason with the Bucky just walks in and takes 2. And then it's just a shooting gallery. You know, no real great options there for DFM to try to get out of it. They don't really react well enough to throw in a util to try to bail themselves out. So I think be a little bit cautious here.
Flash does connect TP out from something. Giving up that space in mid. But quick peek, quick shot. Yatsuka dead. They exiting out of the B site. The dimensional drift expires. They can continue just trying to hold it down the door. Garage. Jing at the same time rushing forward into mid. Goes up towards window. Trying to find the catch here on Akame, but gets seized in position. Snaps back over to the B site. Envy at the same time. Here at A Heaven. Contact fight versus Kaide, but has to back away. The Nightfall now across.
May though. Oh, they're going to rotate off of May's info.
Yeah, he is so deep in, and Forsaken about to get caught. Does draw out the weapon.
Ui, bắt Forscan không được đâu.
May dead. That should have absolutely been
Dinh
him securing an advantage here in the round.
What doing?
But now 4v3s. The spike once again here onto the A site. Already 2 players in position. Kaide looking to take a forward fight, sending out that curve ball, swings the corner, finds a headshot, something taken down.
Hay Forscan.
The 3rd kill for Forsaken. Is now forward onto the site, looking for the defuse. The snap
Hay.
back into the worst place possible.
Ui, mất A.
No ace found for Forsaken, but it's map point achieved for PRX.
Yeah, they're starting to really maneuver on the map nicely. They're starting to turn up the tempo a little bit. Make DFM have to panic. Make them make tough decisions across the round, and they're mirroring their movements. and winning some big fights. I mean, this is just, again, talked about, you know, rounds that players have had that have just been individual impact that wins it. This one again, it's Forsaken. Nice try here by Kaide. Like the attempt, like the idea. But Forsaken, man, just 2 on the ball.
Hey, Jason, let's go, boy, Jason.
You wanted that one. Timeout call now from the DFM camp. Surprising given how close this has been, that it's only been 1 timeout investment from both teams.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth. I think you could have argued that maybe DFM should have taken a timeout during that 4-round run that...
Ok, anh em đang say mơ cho Tumi xin like anh em, thank you anh em nhiều ạ.
It's just been so, you know, good for them in the second half. It's like 2 wins, a loss, 2 wins, a loss, 2 wins, a loss. That was the first time they've lost 2 in a row. Now you have to win this next one to send it to overtime. So, what's going to be the talk here? You know, as DFM, I've seen some interesting stuff where they're trying to work the map a little bit. They're not just, you know, 1-4ing around the map. Like a lot of people have kind of criticized them at times, that sometimes they do get a little too basic with that, but sometimes they've kind of taken information that they've been given and it's been wrong because it's PRX.
Right.
So hard to read them.
Hey.
For all the marbles. Akame just with that Sheriff. Full regen armors in the mix as well. No ults to speak of. An operator in hand.
Đã ốp lên ăn một ngon luôn.
Nothing on that Prowler. Starts to swing forward. But he already over at long. He spotted out. Clone leads the way. Paranoia, however, at the ready. Could just catch on to all of them.
Hay.
And it didn't hit kind of a Forsaken
Kìa.
find the weapon. Stabilizing it fast.
Vãi cả trưởng ạ.
Taking out
Đừng bảo tê.
strafes across that wall. Burnt alive. Quick little exit here and something able to find.
Bò đi được vào B anh em ạ, nó cắt được rotate này.
Cannot confirm the kill.
Nhìn chết là thua.
That's got dialed in on the
Hay.
axle, but Jing swings out a little bit wider into the crouch, into the headshot. Now it's a 3v3.
Kaide thought that he wouldn't, by not tripping the trademark, he thought he'd catch him off guard in that position, but Jing reads it.
Divide. Oh, on that angle. May.
Hay.
It looked like he was more than happy to try to take
Má vậy của kinh thật.
Okay, if I can win this one out. That should just about be good enough, but now it's down to Sessanat
Hello?
to see if they can extend this into overtime, a 2v3.
Đúng rồi ạ. Hay đấy à?
Planter just having a Sheriff, and already something is so far forward, so much faster than they anticipate.
Ok. Thoải mái bạn ơi.
13-11. Paper
Okay.
maybe sweating a bit, but they picked up a map win here on their selection of Haven.
Yeah, that timeout worked a treat by Alex. Got them fired up a little bit, got them into coordination.
Chiến thắng thôi, đơn giản. 1-0 cho PRX anh em ạ. Đội tuyển tôi yêu. Hôm nay tôi sẽ hết mình vì PRX nha anh em ơi. Tôi sẽ gọi là ủng hộ PRX ở phần còn lại của mùa giải. Đây là đội tuyển tôi ủng hộ từ giờ đến cuối mùa giải nha anh em ơi.
Very contentious between the two. Now we get ready to go to split. DFM hunting to take us there once again. Had their ups and downs on the map across the board. Saw them play it versus T1 just yesterday, but they're still feeling confident in it, feeling like they can improve even further. They need to.
I think you're gonna feel good as DFM here. Like you pushed them pretty well.
Sure. Oh no, by all means.
Solid series. You know, I think if Yatsuka's a little more consistent, doesn't lose a bunch of those duels to Divide, he gave up a lot of first bloods to Divide, it felt like, or at least early deaths to Divide, that this could be a very different scenario. But Divide outplayed him in the chamber department. That opens up a lot of the map for PRX. But again, the way they play is pretty unorthodox, pretty uncouth. They showed a ton of different looks. So
Tí nữa trận đầu EMEA treo kênh đi ngủ sáng nay đi á. Vitality Team Liquid có xem không anh em? Vitality về Team Liquid thì có nên xem không? Cảm ơn anh em và subscribe, thank you anh em nhiều nhá.
PRX from kickoff once again. Otherwise, PRX will be advancing into that lower final. But for now, let's send it back over to the analyst desk as they break down Haven.
That is right, PRX just one step closer to that lower final, taking this map 13-11 versus DFM. DFM put up a really, really good fight, but it was just those 1v1s. It's those things that you can't do up against a team like PRX.
Collab cùng Thất Vũ Hải à? Anh em ơi, người ta bây giờ sao số rồi, không collab được đâu anh em ạ. Bây giờ hắn ta là tân, gọi là tân thái tử. Collab kiểu gì? Nói chuyện nhắn tin bây giờ còn khó rep.
By any means, it's, you know, they would have loved the win there, but I still think them warming up into this series, there's still a lot of hope for the DFM fans there.
Yeah, it was very evenly contested as well, and they did start a little bit slow. PRX did really well on their attack side. I actually thought both teams would do a little bit better on the defense side.
We're rich, baby.
Lolista đã ném 10.000 đồng cho em Tumi. Tumi đọc tên 5 TSG trong lineup 2022 của Nick Master Reykjavik VIE Tumi.
Nịp ở tận Master Reykjavik 2022 á. Cảnh đấy xa thế. Tôi nhớ là
did pretty good, showed really good attack halves, and from both Yorus actually, we saw a really good performance. We were really looking forward to that chamber battle, but both of our Yorus really stepped up in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the numbers up there.
Nịp. Có thằng Sandy ở cái chắc chắn. Tôi nhớ là có thằng Sandy vì thằng đấy Linux cũng quảng cáo. Sandy, Cao An Jin là thằng One Chick Sky. Có một thằng là thằng nó tên là gì nhỉ? Nghe giờ gần giống BCJ, BNJ hình như là thằng đấy người Argen, không phải người Brazil. Bọn đấy đợt đấy nó hay kẹp thêm một là BNJ với một thằng gì tên có số 1 ấy nhỉ? Be gì nhỉ? Benny à? Đúng không? Benny đúng không? Không phải là tier 1 nữa nên là không nhớ anh em ạ.
Just make it a little bit more difficult for that Fade to refine information on the A side. It's not that easy if you don't have the drone, right? You have the Fade eye, but
còn thằng gì nữa nhỉ? Còn một thằng nữa.
From the Fade eye as well as the Prowler.
Không nhớ tên là một cùng. Đấy, tôi chỉ nhớ 4 thằng thôi.
Sometimes struggles a little bit.
4 thằng.
I think PRX looked a little bit better with the Omen that's then anchoring onto the A side.
Với thằng John nữa. Đấy, nói chung là mấy thằng đấy toàn tier 2 Brazil no hope.
The other thing that I kind of quite like about the Omen, which we saw yesterday as well, when they played this, is PRX kind of like using the Omen to try TP into B. It's something that's so classic that the Omen's always doing. But they couldn't do that before, and it was a little bit more difficult. So maybe Chamber can go in and then TP back, but they were abusing the Omen just to try and they either go A or they just go plan towards B, and maybe on an anti-eco they go C, right? But you could see what the general game plan was.
Yeah, I think for both of these teams, it is, you know, we did know that the individual matchup was going to be a big thing coming into this because they both know each other so well, and also because these players, you kind of do expect that you invite those kinds of comparisons, especially putting up a chamber against a chamber, right? So when we look at the stats that come in here, this was just so exciting to watch. Yatska and Divide, all the little maneuvering they were doing around the maps.
I mean, when it comes down to a chamber head-to-head like this, I think especially on the defender side, you need your chamber to step up. That's where you want him to do the work, and it really was a great head-to-head to watch throughout this series for me.
You were talking about those 1v1s, right? PRX winning a little bit more of them. Of course, you are inviting more of those because you're playing two agents that is very self-sufficient. You're playing a chamber, right? Most of the time, you're kind of taking ones, right? You're a little bit more on your own. So you need to just hit your shot. You're going to TP away after. And the Yoru kind of does the same thing as well, right? So you are inviting that more and playing a comp where you're going to understand you're going to have to take a lot of ones against PRX. It's a risky thing to do.
That's like the worst thing you can do in my life. Like, that's the one team in the world that you don't go, yeah, guys, just take your fights. Yeah,
that's true.
Let's swing them today.
You're going to think twice.
Into Divide? You're going to keep swinging into Divide's chamber?
To be fair, they almost did it though, right?
I will say,
all due respect, we still ended with a 13-11 here, and this is still the map pick on the side of PRX, right? So this is, I don't think DFM are there's no alarms right now in the practice room. I think
Tôi lại tỉnh rồi lúc chưa thấy mất hút á. Mình ngủ buổi trưa mình bảo anh em là mình đi ngủ mà. Ngủ một tí có sức buổi chiều livestream anh em ạ. Chứ tôi mà gọi là không ngủ thì tôi chết luôn.
They're feeling great about Mind as a map 3 here. So we saw them play Split yesterday. They did lose on Split, but like we say, I mean, they lost out, what, 2 pistols, 2 bonuses. So to still get 10 rounds there is very, very impressive, and they're clearly picking it again after yesterday's game. So they've done some learning here as well. But I think unless we see compositional changes on Split, it might be a mirror again, right? So
4 in a row.
It's going to be a lot of the same points of like, you have to step up in an individual level because everybody has all the answers.
Yeah, I definitely think if you're Coach Warsaw right now.
Không biết cậu từ chiều qua đến giờ ngủ được miếng nào chưa? Mình ngủ được từ 10 rưỡi đến 10 rưỡi đến khoảng 1 giờ anh em ạ.
They always used to play and they didn't look good. And they changed up to something which
thật ra thì tôi có thể đi ngủ buổi chiều hôm nay anh em ạ, nhưng mà tôi nhớ anh em quá tôi lại dậy.
Right? So you are trying to get there and you're seeing an opportunity to try and go for this reverse sweep. I think that definitely means there's pressure on PRX. PRX really want to close this in two. I think for exactly those same reasons, they're not going to want to take this all the way to buy, knowing DFM will be feeling so great about it. So I do think also there's been a lot of film from DFM on Split now. This will be the 5th game of Split, this kickoff. So I do think there's a lot to kind of read into it. And obviously, if it is those mirror compositions, there will be a lot of answers floating around. And then I think if you're PRX, I do think they took their individual fights well. So I think if I'm Alex down there in the coaching booth, I'm saying we can get a bit more loose. We can take these fights and they should be confident in that.
Well, I'm not too sure about that because like there were a lot of rounds where it's like, okay, PRX managed to win that round and we thought it was amazing, but then I look down at Alex and he's mauling, which happens a lot. But you kind of have to wonder what was the vision in his head of how that round was supposed to go, right? Because it clearly means that PRX was doing something that he did not like, even though they were winning. It's probably like, this team is being so difficult to get.
Xem Asian pick cái đi vệ sinh cái.
We'd see it on that last round, something walking out on his own, but he kills both. That's what PRX do, is they break the rules and it gets them those wins.
Oh, yes.
Zing Ray, something, ok, vẫn thế, chẳng khác gì anh em ạ. Vẫn không có sự thay đổi.
So something I want to remind everyone at home about is last time PRX played against the mirror comp, it was GE and they kind of took them to school.
They did.
Right? They looked a lot more comfortable playing against the mirror comp and they just walking out everywhere, disrespecting them like absolute psychos. So I'm curious to see if we're going to see that same PRX. We asked Jing if that's something that they talked about and they just said, well, let's just play our game, I guess.
Classic.
So let's just take our fights. Okay.
Well, I'm excited to see that. That was an excellent drawing of something, by the way. Nearly mirrored what we saw on the screen right now, but we are going into this mirror matchup once again. Can DFM meet PRX where they are as we head into Split? We're tossing it over to our casters, Achilles and Paperthin.
Smiles on the faces of DFM still as we go into the map pick of Split. Will those smiles linger or will they be wiped off their faces? PRX looking for the 2-0 victory to advance forward in the last round of this lower bracket. Let's see if we can manage to make it happen. DFM looking to rebound after the loss on Haven, after the loss on this very map at the hands of T1 just yesterday. Have their own shot at making it to Masters Santiago, the first global appearance for DFM since lock-in, which doesn't count.
Fnatic
Just
fans,
like the trophy.
Yeah, Fnatic fans everywhere in shambles. This is such a reliable map for especially DFM, but you know, PRX so comfortable, you know, able to take those fights and win them out in the open, kind of go for those big plays. Pretty different pistol look. This time the stack not going to run into each other like we saw in Haven, even though DFM was able to win both pistols, still couldn't come away with the win on the map. So righted some of the wrongs from yesterday, but still not able to get value. Ooh, spots.
A long linger there.
This took too long. PRX is going to be in place.
There.
Find at the ready, considered there for Device. Just going to be swinging out. Fight here at ramp. Spike now down. Spike into the corner, and is now just suddenly May, the last one standing in a 1v5, and it seems like pistols on this map still potentially eluding them, and yes, one kill to stop it from being a flawless, but PRX will find their first pistol win.
You get that early info, and PRX was so quick to rotate. You know, both of the other pistols on Haven were pretty hard commits from DFM. So this time they've got the crossfires, they've got the angles, and they've got the round win. Just able to spray through the box there, and just not much that May can do.
They copy us.
Maybe copying a little bit of PRX's pistol strats there. That's what something is thinking.
Time to jump.
Over here, is there any buy up to speak of at all for DFM? No, it's all classics, so they're gonna keep it close to the vest. Akame buys some util.
Bú Python này anh em,
Really
ngon.
spending too much.
A little bit off on that one. Something actually needing a good amount of
Bú
damage.
Python là ngon luôn.
Wall. Straight back in. Kaide gonna be spotted, still tethered, and Invi will be able to collect the kill. Just drops back away to safety, deeper within the
Tao dọn
site.
xong phòng rồi, Tết qua setup ạ. Ok anh Tích Triển Minh ơi, để qua dầm nhá.
Overwhelmed. DeVi, however, refilling that space from Mail, will be able to gun down 3. Suddenly it's just Cess. Spike in mid. DeVi posted even further forward.
He's got the attention he's wanted with that smoke, but he doesn't really take any space off of that. He's very worried that DeVi was just going to keep holding W, which is a fair assumption against PRX. But now he's got that sniper dialed in on him. This should be pretty undoable.
Obviously needs to die at some point here. And despite where it's at, fight his way through.
Dễ quá, 2-0 luôn.
And a fine, a quick shot. So Jing, the only casualty, the judge to be carried over. And nothing will be lost for PRX. So damn clean on the anti-eco.
Yeah, looking really good to start. A really good shot at a bonus here to snowball some rounds for PRX. Poor Jing there just picked the wrong timing. They're already through the smokes, and DeVi's like, oh, okay, I got your back, bro, don't worry. Not the end of the world. And
Here, Finesse's smile after that round. 4-0-1 start for DeVi. Hope you wish him a happy Valentine's Day, Finesse. As Forsaken is going to look to scale forward at Garage. May just going to be backing away.
you gotta be
Hay là
worried
tranh
about
thủ
that.
ngủ
Yep.
tí không á?
Worried about that Forsaken spot that he likes
Không
to
ngủ
get
được
into.
anh em ạ. Anh em đang xem trận này cùng tôi mà.
Create some map
Hay là tôi
space.
skip trận BL5 của Khọm Già anh em.
Creates a little attention over here.
Mà skip trận BL5 của Khọm Già thì khả năng cao là lỡ mất khoảng gọi là tầm 50-100 sub free ở buổi chiều ngày hôm nay anh em ạ.
Forsaken's the one winning that, but will be traded back quickly.
Ui.
Swing in.
Ui.
Yatsuka, clean shots, breaking down 2. Now on this A site. Tons of damage dealt. The Spike's still on the opposite side of the map, so they don't even have to try to play.
Kênh tao ngồi cát cho à? Chịu anh em ơi. Lần trước tôi skip cái trận anh Crazy Guy đi Master lần đầu tiên rồi. Chả lẽ mình lại skip lần thứ hai anh Crazy Guy đi Master hả anh em?
In the mid you go. PRX not really moving a muscle. Just a matter of, you know, can DeVi, if this ends up being a B hit, do you have any heroics? We've seen how good he can be.
Blast back out, hearing all this noise. Shoot the clone, finds one, fade away. Time starting to get away from DFM. Seems like he is reading this angle.
Hay DeVi!
DeVi! The round is over!
No time.
He saved it! You mentioned heroic
Why?
above and beyond!
That is unreal. I mean, DeVi is just feeling it today. You could see it in how crisp that aim was. Tight angle taken by Forsaken. Ends up getting taken down, but nice play by Yatsuka. There just needs to be a little more counter spam there, I feel like, from the side of DFM. And you've got the player on Raptor, should be favored in that angle.
Unbelievable. 7-1-1 is Envy. He wants a piece of the action. Snipes May right out of the sky on the blast pack. Something a little bit whiffy, but Envy will just go ahead and take him down through the wall. Divine now once again the point of contact here from mid over to Mail. Splits his attention though, and this time will not be able to come up with the multi-kill. Forsaken.
Hay.
Still here at B Heaven.
Không chôn là thắng, không chôn là thắng. Cuối ngu, cuối ngu.
Run him down with the classic 4-0 start for Paper Rex.
Thế thôi anh em, chill đấy thôi.
This is too similar to what happened yesterday against T1, where you lose that pistol and you just can't recover fast enough as DFM, and you lose these gun rounds to clutches. In case of Paper X, it was a bonus, but both of those rifles found tons of value. This man, Forsaken 2 looks so sharp right now.
Guys, watch the replay, bro. I felt like timing you, bro.
Must have started going back to the gym before the game. So this is Forsaken. Much more in that Toronto form. As, oh, this is cheeky. He's TP'd on top of the box. So they're likely to suspect this is just going to be a fake.
Ôi, khôn lỏi không ăn được nó rồi.
But should have been able to have more. Drop down quickly from Divide. Just rides the rope right back up into Heaven.
Ơ kìa.
But Kaide already so far forward.
Đả vai. Tò mò đéo gì đây.
Too complacent. DFM now. Solid opportunity to get themselves around.
Cũng béo đâu á, tôi không biết anh em ơi.
Peak spot.
Anh không thấy thằng cu em đâu.
Still with a showstopper should things start getting a bit more dire, but Jump Peak gonna be punished. Something able to find the kill. The rocket now pulled, sends it. Not gonna be able
Công
to
ty đéo chết ai.
Will be good for the one before getting traded out, but now a 2v2.
2v2 thì còn cơ hội nha.
If it's not around win, it's still gonna be damn good damage.
Thế thì hết rồi. Vì chết thì hết rồi.
Something will just have to drift away out to safety. So DFM, long last, will get themselves on the board.
That's just a cheeky little round there. Not sure if they heard or got the spot on Divide there when he jumped down into hell. But what a just bold maneuver from Kaide to just push through his counterparts.
Mình có mệt không á? Cũng hơi ơi anh em ạ. Hơi mệt.
I want to see
Ê
that.
Tít Minh ơi, em bảo.
Is there a veto? Is Yodotan just hiding somewhere?
Tít Minh vào đưa thầy Crazy Guy đi master giúp em được không? Xong rồi em ngủ một mạch đến tối không? Không có đâu anh em. Chào mừng Cang với cả Mâm Ba anh em ơi, thank you anh em nhiều à.
Trying to get a bit of a mid play here. Response from Divide. They're going to TP right past it. Feels like something's amiss. It goes spraying in there. There's some counter spam, but this is all an attempt.
Cộng già bắn 3 map thì được à? Thế thì bây giờ là mấy giờ nhỉ? 3 giờ. Chắc là em ngủ khoảng 3 tiếng nữa anh Giai ạ. Ok không? Anh em kênh chat cho em Tumi ngủ 3 tiếng nữa, lúc đấy Tít Chế Minh phục vụ anh em là đẹp. Đến chốt đến 6 giờ nhá, Tít Minh nhá. Được không anh em? Chốt đến 6 giờ dậy. Đổi đao anh em ạ. Đổi đao. Thêm con tướng Layla. Con tướng Layla không thấy on anh em ạ.
And now something on the flank. Looking around the back, consideration, a brief one from May.
Mày đi à? Úi xồi ôi, nguyên cái tấm lưng.
May gone, no consecutive round wins yet here for DFM. Paper Rex, they get up to 5.
You got to take a time out here. My opinion is DFM, but
nào, anh Tít Minh lên tiếng đi.
He's done that quite a bit. He's trying to emulate what some coaches have done in the past. Just let the team try to figure it out on their own. But
đấy, tôi sẽ hôm nay đổi đào cho anh em một con đào mới. Tít Chế Minh anh em ạ. Tít Minh có vào đi, còn thì vào nhá. Ngon. Ui dồi ôi.
Something almost giving him another opportunity there in mid, but Forsaken doubles up. He's gonna try to practice. Kaide trying to
game bắn vãi đái ạ.
He just kills 4. He's massacred the entire team. Jing gets Kaide. Move on to the next spot.
Hoàng lờ thì sao á? Thằng L liên
For
quan gì
sure,
anh
the
em?
timer's got to stop. Okay. Yeah.
So I think he just didn't want to call it ahead of a thrifty attempt. We'll call it for the buy, as it looks like Yatsuka going to be bringing an attack op in. As second one's just one tap through the smoke. Oh.
Oof. Ooh. Didn't need many bullets
Hết
there.
trận này là đẹp. Hết trận này tôi nhường sân khấu cho Tít Minh một tí anh em ạ.
Yes. Yes, you are. And that is why the timeout gets called.
Sáng trận Furia đến khoảng 12 giờ xong anh em.
Massive deficit already.
Dã man.
Early doors for DFM with a double duelist on this attack. Need to be finding more round wins.
Yeah, this is a side of the map that they have had problems with, even though they've done well on this map. This has been where...
Very nice artwork.
That is very good. Wow. That is stellar. But this is the side of the map where DFM has had more struggles. They're better on the defensive side usually, but this is just... It's too easy for PRX to make the map reads right now, and it's been since the pistol. So you got to start figuring out ways to cause some chaos, cause some confusion. Look at this stack from PRX, though. They're going for a hard read off of this timeout. That there's going to be some kind of A ramp pressure.
Thế mà đứa nào đồn anh Cường xuống phong độ? Mấy trận gần đây mấy trận trước đây bắn chán mà.
But it's just not even going to be there.
Bắt đầu vào mấy trận sâu rồi bắt đầu vào lại tay ấy chứ anh em. Chứ mấy trận trước bắn chán thật.
Boombot checking in the garage. There hasn't been a TP.
Mấy trận đầu tiên bắn chán vãi là.
Scale forward, going to continue. As Kaide trying to get a lurk going. Nightfall now across the B site to buy, be able to find it. That flank now gone. TP going to be canceled, and already you've got 3 players clustered together for PRX, and Envy striking, shuts down 2, operator left on the floor.
Trời ơi, bắn đến ấy gì lo gì PRX không thắng hay không?
May once again
Chưa hiểu thua kiểu gì.
Repeat of the pistol.
Chưa hiểu thua kiểu gì anh em ạ.
Finds the first kill, but it's so much more than that. Second now found. The C's connecting the bite there at his feet, and Divide just counter swing in.
Bắn nó còn không có kẽ hở luôn.
7-1. PRX are looking damn near flawless on this map.
It just takes so long. Again, you know, they're being so slow, but there's no misdirection. There's no attempt to put anything weird on the map that's going to make PRX guess. They don't get any early pressure, and Forsaken immediately leans over to the A side. Envy's not too far behind. They know there's a Nightfall. They dodge it completely. After Sess's TP, when they
5 giờ hơn đã đi vào lung tung rồi á. Ôi dồi ôi, 5 giờ hơn đã đi vào lung tung thì thà để em Tommy phục vụ từ đầu đến cuối còn hơn.
The whole thing just crumbles.
Speaking of which, Showstopper barrel down. He actually hasn't checked the corner, but it doesn't matter. It was a little bit deeper as it was a TP forward from Yatsuka to avoid the Showstopper, but Kaine is the one left out to dry. Yeah, it just feels like at every twist and turn, PRX. They're seeing the future, they're reading DFM, knowing exactly where they're going to try to apply pressure across the map, and even if they do get it wrong, they're just hitting shots and having hero moments. It is such classic PRX on display. It's only a matter of time before Envy arrives. That's the cover of that smoke, but it will be Forsaken forward to the site to go ahead and claim the kill.
Ôi trời ơi, 8-1.
Something will find the upshot. It's a
Còn DFM này lộ nguyên hình chưa? Lộ rồi anh em, lộ lòi đuôi chuột gặp PRX đây.
Well, if you're going to
Bắn
stop
ác
this
luôn.
snowball, it's got to be right now as DFM. Yeah, they're not checking angles. This is where things start to get a little bit questionable for DFM. Not that, you know, it's an eco, so it's not the end of the world here, but things getting a little bit off balance, to say the least. PRX is just completely in cruise control off the back of, in particular, Divide and Forsaken going absolutely bonkers.
Looking for something a little bit more pacey, and May will be able to find Forsaken. Jing dead as well. Best start that they've had to a round. Pretty much this entire map. Now 3v5.
Ui, Envy làm đôi luôn.
Down two, though. Gives them some opportunity. Give it the money. As well as the ult charge on the opposite side. It's not really a reason to not play for this for PRX.
Just don't give the operator chances here as DFM. That should be what you're thinking.
Here.
VIE is the one that I'd be most concerned about,
Ui.
but eventually Cess will be
Anh em cùng chờ ạ.
He's a little bit closer forward. Something can he suss this out? Looks like he
Ôi sủi đấy, xem cùng ngắm đấy. Tội gì?
turn back away. Nothing further over to DFM, who will at long last find a second round win. If they can run it from here, make this a 4-8 half. Find a pistol to start. There's a world where they could still turn this split around.
I mean, and it just took them finally kind of winning in the early part of the round in terms of gambling correctly on where they could find value out of that showstopper. That's really what did it. I mean, KICKOFF gets a kill in there too, but you still lost a couple players to Envy because, you know, the confidence is through the roof right now for PRX, which means the players are going to go for those big plays, those big moments, and they're so talented. What is that?
I think May just started calling like.
Lấy đâu ra map 3 anh cá giữa? Có đâu, điên à?
Yeah.
So a bit unlucky for James.
Làm gì ôi, cánh cửa map 3 anh em?
Likely not
Điên mẹ mất.
Not going to be too bothered. Still in such a considerable lead. Let's see though, DFM, can they get some back-to-backs going? The jump forward straight into the judge. Leon's got wise to not complete that teleport.
Thank God that was a clone.
Just fakes it out. Envy though. Here in Vent, but it looks like Cess has the read, but he doesn't have the shot. Envy just fully disrespects it, but Yatsuka right back to him. Able to find 2 kills. Envy now gone. A 2v3 with Akame down to 5 health.
I don't blame PRX for that at all. It's one of the few times they've just been outplayed.
Well, too bad you're not Alex.
Who's next?
That's dimensional drift. Yatsuka gonna search around if he can find Forsaken, which he does. It's a spot out. Forsaken now on the drop down. It's a random shot. Find the kill.
Lại thế 1v2 anh em ạ.
Cross towards his A side, still an operator in hand.
Nên lần này phải clutch thôi. Ui, hàng xà. Hàng xà anh em ạ.
Exactly.
Weapon available at his feet. Something could scoop that up.
Bỏ ra ngoài cái lồn đây.
Pushing forward. Exploring out of the pit. Now the fake back, and they just hand it to him on a silver platter. A Red Bull clutch in the end of a round that I just don't have an explanation for, outside of just hoping and praying for.
Ngáo điên.
Yeah. I never do this. That was bad. I never say those words when it comes to players because of how much hard work and stuff like that they put in. But the reason it is because you're opening yourself up to so many angles there. If he's in heaven, if he's in screens, even if he's at potentially coming from ramp, you're giving the operator opportunities. You just don't leave the pit there. You just got to stay in and force him. I know he's something. I know he's nuts. He might be barreling in there with a shorty, but that's, you can play for trades in there at the very least.
Well, VIE gonna do something.
VIE làm gì tò mò thế ta?
Dropped in mid.
Yên lủng mid đấy.
But player advantage quickly going to be lost as KICKOFF does get taken down. Nightfall at the ready from Envy gives it a consideration, but will wait for the rest of the team to get.
Ulti retake nha.
Got a bit to try to combo with this one potentially. Forsaken has the
Desire xé màn.
Onto the one. There's
Một
the
thằng chết,
exit.
hai thằng chết.
None the wiser is Akame as he will get struck down. Envy now spotting out the 2 remainders.
Gỡ rồi.
They're at main.
Hai.
They shall fall. 10-2 at the half. PRX.
Trận sau giữa lý trí và trái tim thì phải làm sao đây á? Thật ra thì đây trận sau ấy sẽ là cái trận rất là ok. Tôi farm clip anh em ạ. Tôi farm clip này, clip kia để lên sub lên follow, nhưng mà tôi nghĩ là tôi sẽ tránh xa một trận đấu gọi là nói nào nhỉ? Có khi là tôi sẽ không livestream trận sau anh em ạ. Có khi là sẽ nhường lại mảnh đất cho các tứ hoàng cạnh tranh thôi. Mình gọi là tìm trốn an nhàn mình về thôi anh em ạ. À đây.
Gotta suspect, I mean, for PaperX to get this done.
Ta tìm nơi vắng vẻ rồi anh em ơi.
Will do wonders for them in their prep for tomorrow.
Người khôn người đến trốn lao sao anh em ạ.
Try to continue to advance forward here. So I think they're going to be looking to just secure this next pistol. Just take it from there.
Tôi tham skip để đổi lấy chiến thắng cho Crazy Guy. Lấy sức. Tối còn xem anh em ạ.
Yeah, it'd have to be one of the better comebacks we've seen.
Nhờ Layla lai hộ luôn nào.
For DFM, DeVi has been just frying on both maps. With this map in particular, he has been absolutely nasty. 13-7, 309 ACS. He has been cold-blooded. All of it. Him and Forsaken just look so confident, so comfortable today.
Tối nay có Vitality, Team Liquid và Fnatic 18. Toàn gặp trận 2.
So flexible. Now it's Jing's turn.
Ibubot mo tara, boys.
One guy. Mashallah.
Just run to B, guys. Just run. Can we swing it first?
Even Alex is like, guys. Oh.
Sliggy, can we get the red card? Well, let's see how that ends up. I don't know.
You gotta love
unraveling
this.
Somehow here.
You gotta love this team.
Must-win pistol for DFM. Scale forward device still on this lurk. Spots out.
Ui ôi.
It's the headshot.
Ui.
It's the second. It's an opportunity to take down.
Mà đá vãi bắn của Sadiq ghê vãi đái ạ.
And they get to go their separate ways. That is devastating. May, however, able to find two, but
Hết vị.
will be able to clean it up, and now
Hết rồi.
Operator's position already known. This Forsaken will just stay tucked in mid. Can be suspicious about the sewer, but not about the box. As this will be doing 2-2 in pistols, but 11-2 on the map. PaperX 2 rounds away from eliminating DFM.
Yeah, it's just kind of fallen away from DFM. Some of that early coordination and awareness has just left them. I mean, it's something that T1 brutalized them with these tucked in positions. And DeVi saw it and thought, well, I could probably do this too. And then to make matters worse, Akame and Yatsuka aren't in timing there to double swing onto DeVi. And it gives him the chance to isolate that fight. And he's just
Endgame tại đây luôn ông ta.
Can't give him those chances.
Well, we don't need the red card.
Bên kia Fox Buy à? Bên kia Fox Buy.
Force up as much as they could possibly get. Bucky, 3 sheriffs and a stinger for DFM. Trying to quickly trade this back, pull off. Bit of an equal win. Solid shot from May, but not before they lose out.
Hết rồi.
On Yatsuka, and then it just continues to spiral out of control. Sesson Kaide, the last two standing in a 2v4. Guardian Vandal on the opposite side. The Prowler gets the spot to swing off of that. Forsaken.
Trời ơi, Forsaken trận này như con quỷ.
3K forum and match point for PaperX. DFM need a generational run back, the likes of which we've never seen from them.
I mean, they're just scaling so fast here, and Akame is jumping, doesn't even have his gun drawn. Yeah, and Jason's just so good right now.
Tin mình nhìn á, khả năng khó có chuyện đó xảy ra rồi anh em ạ.
For something. Some guns here and there, a couple bulldogs.
Trời ơi, mày một sục đi luôn. Yasuka chết ở đâu đó. Cụ thể LB.
Just trying to scale forward into the smoke and garage. I mean, it's just
hết rồi.
13-2,
2-0 cho PRX. Dễ hơn ăn kẹo anh em ạ.
13-2. PaperX showed up to clean house, and clean up they have. DFM eliminated from kickoff. PaperX keeping themselves in the road to Masters Santiago, and you can see how much this hurts, how much this means for these players to still get so close and yet still be so far away.
Yeah, it was a couple chances for DFM to maybe get into one of those best of fives, but PRX is a formidable opponent no matter who you are. Sure, they might have beat him last kickoff, but it's hard to beat PRX consistently. Ask anybody on the planet. Very few have been able to do it. And this was the best version of PRX I think we've seen this year. I mean, they look so sharp today.
Chiến thắng dễ dàng cho PRX quá anh em ạ.
That lifted a trophy last season, that made it to a top 4 finish at Champions. This was clean, this was concise, this was PRX. Can they maintain that form though with a best of 5 tomorrow against an opponent that we don't know yet? So we'll have to just wait and see for that one, but they live to fight another day. The train continues onward, the ship dry dock. Let's go ahead and send it down the stage where Bella's going to be standing by.
Hi guys, well, do or die, PRX lives to see another match. I am going to, oh, hello Javai. You look ready for an interview. Hello.
They called me just now.
Okay, join here. I think it's right over here. Alright. PRX의 다바이 선수 인터뷰 만나보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
Thank you.
네, 축하드립니다. 네,
Chết rồi, tôi dở hơi rồi anh em ơi.
DFM을 상대로 오늘 2대0 승리를 가져간 PRX입니다. 더 강해져 돌아온 상대였기 때문에 오늘 복수가 좀 더 통쾌했을 것 같은데 승리 소감부터 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Well, last year kickoff, that is history now. You guys took a win 2-0 clean, but it must feel extra nice to get that revenge because DFM, they came so stronger. They came back stronger, right? How was that today for you?
I mean, it feels good that we, especially for today's game, I feel like the chemistry is slowly like flowing, and of course, like defeat teams like DFM is very good also, and they've been playing very well, especially since the new addition to the roster. So yeah, I'm very proud of the boys.
오늘 경기를 하면서 PRX의 합이랑 팀원들 간의 케미스트리가 다시 이렇게 불붙었다는 그런 느낌을 받은 경기라고 이야기를 했습니다. 특히 상대처럼 DFM 뭔가 팀의 합도 좋고 경기를 정말 잘하는 강해진 팀이었기 때문에 오늘 PRX 우리 팀 합으로 이겨내서 더 팀원들이 자랑스러운 경기였다고 이야기를 해줬습니다. 그리고 PRX 이번 킥오프 다른 상위 시드 팀보다 더 많은 경기 수를 하고 있습니다. 이제 오히려 이렇게 더 많은 경기 수들이 PRX의 안정감을 찾는 데 도움이 되고 있다 느끼는지 들어보고 싶은데요. Well, you guys have been playing more matches than any of the other top seeds. Do you think that extra mileage, the extra matches have been helping your team kind of stabilize the little shortcomings or things? How has that been like for you too?
I mean, for sure, I think going to the lower bracket.
Anh em ơi, tình hình là tình hình là như này anh em ạ. Chết cha tôi rồi.
Even if we did qualify earlier, I think we would do bad in Santiago because we might not know the floor of the roster yet. You get what I mean? So I think more reds means is good for us. So yeah.
이렇게 하위조에 내려가서 더 많은 경기를 하게 된 게 팀에게는 긍정적이었던 것 같다고 이야기를 해줬습니다. 새로운 선수 인비의 합류로 인해서 연습도 부족한 면을 이렇게 실전 경험으로 많이 메꿀 수가 있고 더 일찍 산티아고에 이렇게 확정을 지었다 하더라도 조금은 아쉬운 결과가 나왔을 수 있을 것 같기 때문에 이렇게 하위조 경기를 꾸준하게 하고 있는 게 PRX의 좀 팀 합을 맞추는데 도움이 되고 있다고 이야기를 해줬습니다. 맞아요. PRX도 변화가 좀 있었죠. 뭐 새로운 선수 인비 합류도 있고 새로운 어시스턴트 코치님의 웬들러 코치님의 합류도 있었는데 다바이 선수는 좀 어떻게 그 변화를 느끼고 있는지 더 할 말이 있는지 들어보고 싶습니다. I was going to ask you about like the team changes. Not only is Envy the new addition, but you also have the new assistant coach Wendler on the team as well. Well, how's that team identity redefining that been like for you? How do you think that it's changing your identity as well?
Playstyle was maybe not so much, but in terms of anti-strat wise, a little bit because when there's a type that would
này nhá,
like to do this kind of stuff.
Tôi tên là Lê Tumi. Tôi đã không thể cô stream hết loạt trận này anh em ạ. Tôi rất mong anh em kênh chat thông cảm cho tôi và tôi sẽ sớm trở lại vào buổi tối ngày hôm nay anh em ạ. Cụ thể là vào khung giờ 21 giờ 22 giờ tối nay trở lại anh em nhé. Mà mệt quá, buồn ngủ lắm anh em ạ. Thề. Tôi nghĩ là tôi đã có thể tiếp tục được, nhưng mà tôi còn phải giải quyết một số chuyện khác nữa. Thế nha anh em ơi. Chúc anh em cùng thầy đồng hành với thầy và mang thầy đến ngày chiến thắng nha anh em. Gợi ý một kênh à? Anh em xem kênh của anh Bom nha. Đó, xem kênh của anh Bom. Và hoặc là bình luận viên Linux hoặc là Bring Anh Cụt. Đấy. Hoa Mi PMO 64 Profit Trigger không? Có anh ơi, có nha. Thế nha anh em, tạm biệt. Tôi đi giữ mạng đây.